Now, Nexa, congratulations on beating FaZe. I wanted to start with Ancient and, the way that you guys came back from that 7-2 start. You lost that force buy. From there on, seemed to kind of get away from you guys. So how did you come back from that?
Yeah, I think that's one thing that previously we were not really able to do, and I'm really glad that we pulled ourselves together. Yeah, like there will always be rounds like that in CS. You lose the rounds you're not supposed to do, or someone fails a clutch or fails a frag in the back, like whatever. It's always gonna happen, and like the thing is like we have a lot of youngsters on the team, and also myself. Even though I have experience, I still like let those kind of situations affect me. So previously, it was really hard to pull out like the full mental reset. I just think about it like forget about this round. Let's focus on the next round. Even if like people say it, you still have the round previously in the back of your head anyway. So one thing that we're trying to fix is exactly that. And actually just try to enjoy the game and like have everyone smile, and no matter what like fully erase. It doesn't matter if you're losing 15-0 or leading 15-0. We just play the next game, like next freeze time starts, okay, so we do this and this, like next freeze time starts, we lose or we win, it doesn't matter. Next freeze time starts, we don't look at the scoreboard, we just try to go like round by round, like really round by round, not just like saying it, yeah, let's go round by round, or forget about the last round, but actually trying to commit to it and like commit to this like way of thinking. And I think it's been very healthy for the team. So I really like that. We lost a lot of stupid rounds on Ancient, but we still managed to stay composed, and just focusing on the next round is what actually enabled the comeback on the T side for us. And then, yeah, I mean, our Ancient City side, even though it looks shaky against Complexity, I still think we're like one of the strongest teams on this map.
You guys pulled out another pretty solid C side on Inferno. In a meta that still seems fairly CT heavy, it felt like you guys just put together pretty good offenses in this series. What was the key behind that Inferno victory?
I think it was really messy, even random, so to say. Like I had a general idea of how we should play and what bomb side we should attack. I think like they did the same, kind of towards when they were maybe almost making the comeback on the T side. If you're kind of stuck on Inferno, like the best thing you can do basically is try to full execute B and then hope that it goes your way. And in that scenario, it kind of did go our way. Like Flames had amazing entries all the time, and it looked messy, but we kind of knew what we were doing at the same time, like with the flashes and everything. So yeah, I mean, it's pretty much a thing that every single team uses, right? If you're stuck, or if it's like rough, you just go B, you full execute like 2-3 Molotovs on site, and basically you break the cities. And I think the mistake they did is they didn't really try to play in between, like taking full banana and playing full passive. So if they were taking full banana, we were winning the fights, but we were also winning the fights if they played full passive back on the bomb site, Whereas we actually on our city side did the exact opposite. We were always trying to stay around broken wall, trying to fight around this area. So I think that was like the key for us on the city side. And on the T side, again, if you have people who like blindly trust and just run through smokes and like just do what you tell them to do, and they believe in you, the game becomes much easier. And obviously you still got to hit some nice shots to pull it off.
Right. Astralis next, in that qualification match. Obviously, the whole story around Astralis at the moment is kind of that they're struggling to go through the open qualifiers, and this match is going to come kind of like in the middle of that almost, where their focus is maybe not going to be on this match specifically. Is that something that you guys feel like will play into your advantage?
Honestly, no, not really. I think they're a pretty solid team, and they're experienced enough to play multiple games in the same day if they have to. Either way, we're not going to be thinking of them. We're going to keep doing our own thing and pushing our own narrative, and they're just like the next step on our road. And whatever our goal is, to make it to the Royal Arena, and that's the only thing we're thinking of now.
I wanted to ask about the degster. I've already talked to Raga about what it's been like to implement him into the team, and you've obviously already spoken about it in some of the stream interviews. How comfortable are you guys feeling about where he is at the moment, where you're slotting everybody else around him?
I think it depends on the map, right? It's like 50-50. On some maps we're feeling pretty comfortable because he was actually exactly the thing that we needed to make these maps good. But on some other maps that were previously playing good, now we got to change it. So we're in between. I think if you notice, like we changed some positions on our city side, like we swapped me and Fico on a couple of maps to see if like we can kind of get like better synergy with like me and Dexter going on some maps where I can be like kind of a bit more controlling, but still give him the freedom, and that I know how to adjust for him and play for him and do like all the things for him. Since in general we try to give also space to like Neofrag and Fiku to do their own things, so like we cannot make everyone happy. So we try to figure out what the best fit, the best solution is for our city sides on some maps. But on some maps he is like he was the missing piece, and now we're just banging those maps.